Caleb with RDO Equipment here in Breckenridge, Minnesota. I'm a product specialist and I'm going to show you guys today how to make a boundary with a Gator, our new 835R that has integrated auto steer in it. Alright, we're sitting here in our AutoTrac Ready Gator, and today we're going to drive a boundary. So we're going to simulate spraying. We're going to have a path here that we need to spray from our boundary out. So we just have a road here we're going to do. What we're going to start with, I've created a shortcut on our shortcut bar on the 4640. We're going to drive this boundary, and then we're actually going to change our offset to our recording source will be our GPS, which is centered in the machine, and we're going to have a boundary of 0 also. So wherever we drive, that will be our new boundary. So we'll start recording, and then from there we drive. You'll notice the purple line there. It will follow along and make a boundary as we come around our loop here. And then once we get our boundary made, we are going to select boundary track, boundary fill option, and we're going to make lines basically 10 feet from our boundary, so all the way in. Different scenarios you could do that. We want it that way just so we only spray right on the outside or the inside of our boundary, and then work our way in. And then we also set our recording up so that as soon as we engage our auto steer, it will also give us our acre counter and show us where we've been too. And we will also be able to make these loops too as we drive. So then once we are happy with our boundary, hit our save button, and then there we have our new boundary and then our guidance lines based off of that boundary. So every 10 feet we have a new line. So you can see there, I didn't drive straight, so it'll have a little bit of a curve. All right, now that we've got our boundary made, we are going to make a new track. So we'll go down here to guidance. We're gonna do set track, make a new track, go down to our boundary track selection area. We're going to do boundary fill. So it gives you kind of an overview of what field you're in as a reminder and what boundary is included. Name your track if you want. We can leave it at 2 for now. Save, and then there's our new track based on our boundary. So then now we're ready to go. So we go down to our 3-position switch here. We make sure it's in middle position, so we've enabled auto steer. That reflects that on our display, and now we're ready to move, and then we'll hit our auto steer, and we'll let the Gator take over from here. So again, like I said earlier, the S-ing back and forth, that was because that's where our boundary actually was. So I did not drive right back where I started. And then we have a curve coming up here. Notice our coverage map shows where we've already sprayed, just like a John Deere tractor would. And then we are auto-tracking this whole curve. So it's auto-tracking based off of our boundary. We still do have typical options. We could do a straight track, any other adaptive curves, anything else that we would normally be doing in a John Deere machine. I'm just controlling speed with the throttle. From there, the Gator controls where we go, and it makes sure it stays on the line. It gives you a light bar in the center of the screen, show you how far you are on or off the screen, off your line. Curve coming up here. And then another thing we can do is that it can also auto steer in reverse. So say we got back to the end of our path and we want to back into this corner. Put the machine in reverse. Make sure we're on our closest line that we want selected. Hit our auto steer, and the Gator could back us into the corner too. So say we had a sprayer in the back of the box, we could easily back right in exactly where we wanted to be. So just like with machines, bigger machines, if we're using a boundary, you would want to have RTK accuracy, and this machine would be able to put you right where it's supposed to be. So there you have it. We've made a boundary, used boundary fill to drive the course that we wanted to get sprayed. And if you guys have any other questions, whether it's with the precision ag integration that we now have on these Gators or any other features that we have here today, stop into your local RDO, talk with an account manager.